Our first guest speaker is Rebecca McHutchinson. Rebecca is a community relations specialist with Colyban Regional Water Corporation. With a diverse skill set, Rebecca has worked in administration, finance, customer support, debt management, communications and stakeholder relations. She is people-focused and looks for creative solutions to wicked problems. Rebecca has been able to transition her vast experiences and recent tertiary education to become a strong advocate for her local community. She is involved with both strategic and operational planning and delivery of communication and engagement, and uses her position to create positive change through transparent and inclusive communication. Rebecca is going to present Stop Waiting for Validation and Make It Happen.
Yay!
Thanks.
Wow, thank you so much for that, Meredith. I'm really excited to be here and share my journey with you all, so thanks. A little over 2 years ago, I was working in debt recovery and hardship. A tough job, but I was good at that job. I got regular pats on the back and I was having an amazing impact on people's lives through the hardship program, which was incredible, but I was fat and happy. I was parked up in my success. Then a role in community relations became available. It was one pay band higher, so I thought, why not? I didn't get that role. Instead, I managed to talk my way into the community relations specialist role. 2 pay bands up with 0 experience, no qualification, just passion. Initially, I was ecstatic. Bursting with ideas, I set to work, wanting to make a cultural change. And then doubt set in. Everything I tried was met with resistance by people more experienced, qualified, and even some paid less than me. I felt like an imposter. I started questioning what I brought to the table and how I even managed to get the job. I spiraled deep into sabotage. I complained about other teams. I lost my desire to create change. I was miserable. Scared of admitting my shortcomings and with no clue on what to do about it, I asked for help. Katie-Jeyn was recommended to me, and I'm so glad she was. Through the help of Katie-Jeyn, I realised that I'd given over my power. I was waiting for my team to come on board with my ideas and give me the validation that I craved. But they couldn't validate me until I believed in myself. I was at a standstill. If I was to step into my power, I needed to face my fear of not being enough. My ideas were awesome, but I didn't back myself. So as soon as things got hard, I crumbled. I realised to move forward, I needed to reconcile with my past and acknowledge my failures were not failures, but moments of learning and growth. To begin with, my dad, a bipolar sufferer, had multiple psychotic episodes during my formative years, and the disease destabilised my childhood. I always felt responsible, like somehow I could have changed the outcome. To cope, my mum tried to control everything, and when she couldn't, she became detached. I feared letting her down, and I craved validation and attention. And then when I became a mum, I was ashamed of how young I was. I was just 18 and I felt like I'd let my family down. In an attempt to prove to the world how grown up we were, my husband and I quickly had 3 kids, got married, bought a house and a dog, all because we thought that was the responsible thing to do, live the great Australian dream. I was completely driven by the fear of ruining my kids, and I thought that Australian dream is what they needed most. And then there was work. For almost my entire career, I stayed in safe jobs, which were beneath me. And to ensure I was good at my job, I upskilled every chance I got. But I rarely considered the next career step. In my mind, I thought being the best at my current job was success, but really I was afraid of rejection. When I did finally give myself permission to address all the pain, anger and blame that I had been carrying around, I found there was only one thing standing in my way: me. The best thing about that, I am 100% in control of me, my actions, my feelings, and I choose to be enough. With my newfound mindset, I changed. Now, at work, I give my opinions without automatically following up with justification. Rather than pitching an idea and waiting for somebody to shoot it down, I do the work and let them redo it if they don't like it. I consider this collaborating, not failing. As a mother, I couldn't be prouder. My kids are now young adults making their own way in the world with confidence and grace. I can now pursue other dreams and I know they're okay. As a person, I am enough and no longer require validation. I choose to spend time with people who energise me and minimise time with people who trigger my need to be validated. This year, I stepped up more than ever. I nominated myself and was awarded the role of Communication and Engagement Lead on a huge project at work that will be the biggest in-house community engagement project for the next few years. I gained the respect and recognition of my colleagues, with several of them going out of their way to recommend me for opportunities. And by that, I mean the whole of the organisation and not just my team. I supported and advocated for my uncle when he was hospitalised during lockdown. At one point, due to COVID confusion, the hospital security confiscated essential food items. My protest got the attention of the CEO, who called me on a Saturday morning to sort it out. After my conversation with the CEO, they changed the rules so that no other patient would suffer the same way. I have never been so sure of myself as I was during his illness. There were a lot of hard decisions to make, but with pure certainty, I fought for what I knew was right. Sadly, he passed away a few weeks later, but he did so knowing he was loved and surrounded by family, a gift I may not have been able to give him a year ago. To finish, I'd like to share that I'm on track to be promoted into a senior management role, which I'm very excited about.
Yay.
And what is most important to me is that I'm in control of my career and life, and I validate me. So my career acceleration power tip to you is stop waiting for validation and make it happen.
Amazing. Yay. Woohoo! Woohoo! Amazing. Amazing. How do you feel, Rebecca?
Absolutely incredible.
Incredible. Well, you should. What a spectacular speech, and you presented it beautifully. So inspiring. Rebecca, you really do make things happen. You have had a phenomenal year. You've had a challenging year, yet it's, you've pulled a rabbit out of the hat so many times. You've had so many personal challenges. You managed to get a holiday in just before we went into lockdown, which is incredible, which is a dream come true for you, and your family. You also are studying at uni, and you've totally blitzed that. You smashed out 11 units in 1 year. In 1 year, everybody, 11 units of a qualification. Like, that is insane. And not only did she smash out 11 units whilst working full-time, whilst having a family, whilst having everything going on, she got 4 HDs and 7 distinctions. Let's give her a round of applause for that.
Thank you.
Insane. So, my favourite though, my absolute favourite win for you was what you did for your uncle. So, I know that you love him very much, and it was a super challenging situation that you found yourself in. And I know that he really appreciates everything that you did for him. So you have been a superstar on the Career Acceleration Mastermind. You're also voted the People's Choice Award, and increase your impact and build your brand because of everything that you have overcome. And I cannot wait to see what you're going to create this year and beyond. And I've absolutely loved working with you. Yeah. Let's give a round of applause, everybody.
Hey, Rebecca.
Amazing.